Hello, welcome back to our matte painting tutorial. So in this video we're going to see how to do the color correction. Okay, so let's start the video. So now what I'll do is I'll add the brightness and the contrast. So if you decrease or increase the brightness, it will increase or decrease the intensity of the light. And one more thing, you can see it is affecting all the below layer. So what you need to do is you have to make a clipping mask of that adjustment layer, that is brightness. Right click and you can see the clipping mask in the bottom. Or the shortcut you can press Ctrl Alt G. See, now it is affecting only for that particular layer which is below the brightness layer. So I'll decrease the brightness. So now you can see the intensity of the light that which you add in that mountain image, it has been decreased, right? Now above this I'll add one levels. You can see the levels now. So I'll make a clipping mask for this also. Now you can decrease or you're gonna give some contrast for that image. Okay, so you can also play with the individual values like a red channel, green channel and blue channel. So you can match the color for the environment. So now I'll do the same process for all the remaining images. So I can use only the levels and I can adjust the color or the to match the color for the given environment. Okay, that is which is matching for the sky, which is darker color, right? So you need to reduce the intensity of that light and all. Okay, so you can create like that. So I'll do for all the layers, either using brightness and contrast or the levels, or you can combine both. That's your wish. So now what I'm going to do is I'll just speed up the process. It's the same process which I'm going to do for all the images. So now what I'll do is I'll just scale the background image and bit. I'll scale the even this one, the castle also, because it's I need to match that those two images for the proportion of the our perspective. Okay. So now I'll add one level for behind the mountain which is behind the castle. So I'll make it complete dark. Okay, once I add for that, so you can see we're complete dark. Now select the mask of the level layer. Okay, then switch to black color. Take the brush tool and just cursor your mouse wherever you require the light. Okay, so it's like adding a fake light or a brightness on wherever we want. So I try to understand. I add the levels and decrease the complete black color or intensity of that. Okay, when it is become complete dark tone, on the levels you need to add the take a brush tool and take a black color, wherever you require the light, like rim light, those kind of light, you can erase it over there. Okay. So now what I'll do is I'll replace the bottom of the land with some other different image. Okay, with this land. So I'll select the the grass portion of the land portion of the image, and I'll do the masking for that. So now I'll click on the layer mask. It will become a mask. Then I'll just scale it till I extend to cover the space. So next I'll do the color correction for the grassland. Now bring the wagon image above of the grassland. Means you need to move your layers in the layers to bring it up that layer, that particular layer. So, okay. So this is good. This looks good for me. So now I'll make little more darker for the castle. Okay, make it much darker. Then select the mask of that level. Okay, so I'm working with the level, so select the mask, then take the brush tool, adjust with the brush opacity in the top, then take the black color, and wherever you require the light, just slightly cursor your mouse over on that, so it gives you the light on one side, on the other side it will be black. On the other side you can see it's a bit black. Wherever you require the lightness, you can get the lightness. Now I'll make more darker for the right side of the mountain. Again I'll add the levels. Levels, and decrease the intensity of the light in that. So for me, I'm not happy with this. So what I'll do means I'll just delete the brightness of the levels, whatever the previous thing that I did. I'll just add the levels. For the levels, I'll just now I'll decrease the lightness for that, like this. Now play with the different channels, the red, green, blue. So we need to bring that coolness in this environment, because as it is a dark environment, there will be a bit cool colors. You should bring it out. So now let us make little more darker for the back mountain, and then we'll add some slight rim light for the or the edge light in the mountain. So to do that, add a levels and decrease the brightness of that. Then for the mask of the levels layer, take the brush tool, use the black color, and you can add the light on the edge. See, if you're not able to add in this way, you can rotate your artboard by pressing R. You can rotate the artboard. See, like this you can rotate the artboard, just like how you rotate your book or a pages, no, same way. Now you can add the lightness wherever you want. See, if you want to reset the artboard, press R, and in the top you can see reset. Press R and you can see the reset button. Okay, so like this you can rotate your artboard while designing something in Photoshop. So let us make a color correction for the background, just like add the levels or the brightness of the curves. Okay, adjust the colors, and you can also play with your RGB channels, that is red, green, blue. You can add multiple levels of levels. You need to observe where the light is coming in the image, and you need to, in that way you have to give the rim light for any subject. See, now you can see there's a lightness coming on the subject, right? So you can see the difference. So like this you can add it for wherever you want on the subject. You can increase the brush size and decrease the brush size, play with the brush sizes, and apply on the subject so it looks bit cinematic. Okay, now let us add a fog on the behind the near to the mountains. So for that, create a new layer. Okay, take the white color, increase the brush size, and just you need to click, play with the opacity of the brush in the top so that it looks a bit realistic. And you also need to play with the brush sizes also here. So create the fog, wherever the far objects, like the far objects in this scene is like those mountains. Okay, Okay, now I'm having another image with me, which is a flame. Okay, I'll just show you that. So this is the image. So now what I'm going to do this means I'll take this image and I'll mask it out only the flame part. Now apply the layer mask for that layer. So now what you need to do, go to the blending mode in the top, change normal to screen. So whatever the black color is there, that will be disappeared. So scale it down, and I'm going to keep this flame on the top of that that arc kind of is so there. Okay, so now what you need to do means we have to adjust the layers so that it should go behind the castle layer, these flames. First scale it and place it properly, then we can adjust it. So duplicate and keep it over on the next thing. So now we added the flame, right? So once we add the flame, that light will be reflected on the surrounding of the wall of that castle, right? So now we'll need to add the fake light over there. So that I'll create a new layer. Okay, so take the pick the color. There's an eyedropper tool, the shortcut is I. Okay, when you click on I button, you can see that in the toolbar there's an eyedropper tool. Okay, select that tool, so it will pick the color. From that I'll take little more light, brighter color, orangish color. Okay, you can change the color. Now take the brush tool and you can play with the the opacity of the brush and just apply the color over there, so it looks bit reflection of that the light bounce on the wall. So apply for the all the way wherever we place the light reflection. Okay, so now let us add the lights over on the windows. So to add the lights over on the windows, so I'll take the the lasso tool, which is the polygon lasso tool. Before that, take a new layer. Okay, make a clipping mask on the for the castle image. So now take a lasso tool and make a clean selection. It has to be in add selection so that you can at a time you can make more than one selection. So select it properly. So there's 4 windows, right? So now what we need to do, once you make a selection, take the brush tool, or you can add the color by pressing Alt Delete, which is the foreground color, or you can make it on the brush. You can play with the layer opacities also. Now I'll take another new layer. Okay, take the brush tool, slightly adjust the opacity around 50 to 60% and add that the glowness on the near where the light is coming from the window, okay, so that will it will bounce on the sideways of the building. So you have to create the same thing where where you see the windows. Now you can see we added the two lights. If you want, you can add more lights on the windows. Okay, that's your wish. For me, this is enough. I wanted to showcase only the two window lights which is coming from that. So it's looking nice for me right now. It is good. Now I'm having one more image which is of this kind of rock image. I'll select this rock, and what I'll do means I'll just select only the rock and I'll mask it out. Then keep it to the left side. Now I'll duplicate the same rock, then press Ctrl T to get the transform controls. Hold shift and scale it on the one side, that is on horizontal way, and scale it on the top also by holding shift. So make it one bigger and one smaller. Now let us do the color correction for this rock also. So I'll add the levels and decrease the brightness of this. Okay, then go for the red, green, blue channel and adjust the things. So that is enough for this rock. Okay, now let us do the final color correction. So what I'll do means I'll select all the layers from top to the bottom. Okay, it's better make it a group. So select all. I'll show you once again how to select. First select the top layer, come to the bottom, hold shift and select the very bottom layer. So it will select all the in between layers. Then press Ctrl G to group. Wait a second. Okay, there's one more group is there. So select this layer, then come down, then hold shift and select, press Ctrl G. Okay, so this is complete group. If you go inside this group, you will find all the layers which we have done. Okay, so now what I'm going to do means for this layer first I'll add the one levels. Okay, so this is going to be what I'm going to do means now I'm going to do a complete color grade for this. Okay, so for that I'll just make it a little more darker, slightly darker scene, and I'll add one more level for this. I'll take the red channel, I'll decrease the red channel, decrease the red channel slightly. Done. Now go to the green channel. I'll increase the green channel slightly. I'll increase, not too much. Then I'll go to the blue channel. Then I'll increase the blue channel slightly. So make it a little bit bluish color. Done. So now what I'll do means I'll add the one new layer for this. Okay, now go to the edit. Now select the layer, go to the edit. Here you see fill. Here change to 50% gray. Click OK on this. So it will fill like exact 50% of the gray color. That is 50% of black color and 50% of white color. If you mix, you will get the 50% of the gray color. For this layer, I'll go to the filter. Go to the filter. Here you see noise. Okay, click on add noise. Don't click on monochromatic, that is only black and white. Okay, click on amount, how much amount of the noise that you require, then click OK. So now change the blending mode. Let us check which blending mode will be suitable for this. Screen, I guess overlay. Okay, overlay is looking good. Now decrease the layer opacity to around 50% or 20%, slightly 20 to 15 to 20%. Okay, done. So now what else we can do means there's something called color lookup. Click on color lookup. This is the color lookup. Here you can see some presets will be there. Okay, let's see one by one which presets will be looks good for this. You can use your mouse keyboard arrow mark to change one by one. Okay, this is completely dark. This is also looks good. We can keep one version of this. This is good. Let's see one by one. Okay, this one for me, this one looks bit good for me, which is that futuristic bleak. This one you can also try it out by yourself, which one you know which suits for you. You can finalize that. Let me check one by one. This is also looks good for me. This one looks really nice for me. So I can save this for one file, export as. So either you can take it PNG or JPEG, that's your wish. Click on export. So I'm going to give a name as output, matte painting output. Okay, click save. So I'll just go to that folder. Here it is. So this is the matte painting which we did. Okay, so understood how to do the matte painting, collaging of different images and adding those images into your scene, and adding fog, adding fake lights, all those kind of stuffs. We have done this. Okay, so I hope you understood. So you can create your own matte painting with these ideas. Thank you.